Hello and welcome. This is your April 2026 Astrology Dragon Month in Horus Year Chinese Horoscope. Now, Dragon, the month, is from April 6th to May 5th or 6th. And the word in Chinese for dragon is Chen, C-H-E-N. The dragon is a very regal creature and a very strong Herculean animal. Now, dragon is like Aries. So in Western astrology, sign of Aries the Ram is similar in the planetary aspects and many of the characteristics and the time of year to dragon in Chinese astrology. So this is a Horus year. So we have dragon of Horus, those kind of compatibilities. And we also have Aries and Gemini, and Aries and Horus, because Horus is like Gemini. So the Aries dragon and the Gemini horse, those are the similarities and all the permutations that those add up to. Now, dragon, as we mentioned, is not only regal and Herculean, but the horse is also an active and happy creature. And we have like a time now where we have a very fiery ascent. And for the 2026 fire horse dragon individual, this is also the general energies are going to affect everyone. But also, it's the way the energy is going to specifically affect people born during this time. And the specifics of this repeat every 60 years. The Chinese horoscope starts over again. The way that the animals circle through, there's 5 different colors of each horse, like horse or dragon. There's 5 different colors of each one of these. And that's actually where the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse come from in the Bible, in the book of Revelation. That's where it comes from. It comes from this Chinese astrology, okay? So this is year of the horse. So this is kind of a big year for that kind of apocalyptic, 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. There's actually 5, because there's 4 elements in Western astrology and there's 5 elements in Chinese. That kind of thing. All right, so today we are going to be discussing really the astrological blueprint of an individual, or the general energies, somebody born in the month of the dragon during the fire horse year in 2026. This is a particularly vibrant and very potent combination, a double dose of very yang energy that promises bold, dynamic, and potentially explosive personal effects, personalities, persona, that part, that Mars aspect, because Aries and Dragon, Mars aspect. And then we have the horse and Gemini's the Mercury aspect. So these things can actually become explosive. Understand that. And we'll explore the core traits that really are stemming from the year, the month, and the elemental interactions. And we're going to speculate on the potential strengths that this can give you, the challenges, and also the life path tendencies. Now, understanding the core, well, understand first of all that you need to know where your Mars is in your chart, okay? Not just your sun sign, because the horse year is Mercury. So you have to know where your Mercury is too, but the dragon month, you have to know where your Mars is, okay? Because dragon is Mars. So it's good to know your Jupiter too, because that's something that goes into figuring out your birth year, not just this year, whatever this year is, but your general birth year and your moon sign. Those things go into the year and the computations for figuring out what year it is. All right, now, so regarding the Chinese zodiac and the 5 elements that we spoke of, before we begin with that, a quick refresher though. Chinese astrology isn't merely the sun sign equivalent, as we just mentioned. It's sophisticated. That's why you got to know where your Mars is, and you got to know where your Jupiter is and where your moon is, because it revolves around the 12-year animal cycle with Jupiter and moon and that kind of thing. So it's interwoven with that 60-year cycle that we mentioned is called the Ganzi, okay? And it's compromised. It has within it heavenly stems, that represent elements, and it has the 12 earthly branches, which are the 12 animal signs of the zodiac, which go along with the 12 signs of the Western zodiac. And this interaction defines an individual's unique energetic imprint. And we're also going to focus on the year and the month pillars today, acknowledging a full Ba-Zi chart provides a far more detailed analysis for you. Now, the year, the Fire Horse 2026, this is a Bing Wu year. And what you're going to want to do is you want to go into, we have in our playlist, we have our Chinese, your year of the horse in 2026. We have a lot of information for you in there about the Bing Wu, and also a lot of information about how this really coincides with the book of Revelation in the Bible. Okay, so if you're interested in that, we have made several videos on that for you to see, to study, to see how that all comes together. Now, 2026, again, it's Bing Wu, and it's the year of the Bing Wu Fire Horse. The horse, in general, represents speed and energy and independence, great deal of autonomy, and a love of freedom. Of course, the horse loves just its mane blowing in the wind, and the rider riding on the horse is feeling the wind, the wind against their face and the wind in their hair, and they're feeling all of that. And it's a very majestic presence. Now, dragon, majestic, we said regal. So the dragon is yang earth in its fixed element, offering grounding and stability, but also the strength and resilience. And dragons are natural leaders. They're confident and often destined for positions of great influence, and they can become very compelling and very prominent. Now, they possess a strong sense of justice and a desire to make a significant contribution to the world. They are visionary thinkers and capable of inspiring others. So understand that in a dragon month, it's an Aries month, and it's the same because it's the same time of year. And just maybe a few days different, but the same general month and the same general time of year. And when we reach a dragon year, it will be an Aries year. Right now, it's a Gemini year. We had a dragon year just a couple years ago. Okay. Now, as we said, the dragon is a visionary, and they're great thinkers, and they're great at inspiring. And Mercury is all about thinking. The divine tone of Gemini is I think. Gemini, the horse. So the twins and the horse. And you also see a lot of times when you have a team of twin horses. So all of this is very understandable. Now, just a heads up here. Just a heads up, because a little teaser for the future. We're going to be doing sheep or goat year next. In Chinese, goat is not like Capricorn. It's not. Sheep and goat are the same in Chinese. It used to be referred to as sheep more than goat, but now they're starting to use goat more. And I think I know why, but I'll get into that in another video. But basically, sheep is similar, or goat in Chinese astrology is similar to the sign of Cancer, the crab, okay? And if you think about it, okay, Gemini twins, sheep, what do you first thing you think of? Cloning. And like the TV show like Orphan Black and the cloning. So if you're seeing a lot of twin things this year, in the year of the sheep, you'll see cloning. So not just two of them, a whole lot of them. Okay? So that's how that unfolds. Now, the synergy of the fire horse and the dragon month, well, that's a fiery combination. Okay, because it's a fire horse. It's a yang fire horse. And we have the dragon, which is similar to Aries. So it's a lot of fire. Now, this combination is where things get incredibly dynamic. And we have a dragon born in a fire horse year that isn't simply a doubling of the yang. It's a powerful amplification of fire, creating a highly combustive yet a potentially brilliant personality, a persona. And the unstoppable drive and charisma is the effect of the horse's energy, fuels the dragon's ambition. And this individual possesses an insatiable desire to achieve their goals, combined with the dragon's inherent magnetism. They're likely to be highly persuasive and able to rally others to their cause. Expect a powerful presence and a natural ability to command attention. This person that's a dragon month in a horse year, especially a fire horse year, can demand attention. Innovation and boldness is another aspect, and the fire horse year encourages risk-taking and unconventional thinking. Coupled with the dragon's visionary nature, this individual will likely be a trailblazer, a wonderful trailblazer, and consistently seeking new and innovative solutions. Also, they won't be afraid to challenge the status quo. So understand that. Extreme independence and restlessness. Both the horse and the dragon prioritize freedom. This individual will fiercely guard their independence and resist any attempts to control or confine them. The fire element amplifies this restlessness, making them constantly seek new experiences and brand new challenges. They may struggle with routine and find it difficult to stay focused on one task for an extended period of time. Potential for impulsivity and volatility. The sheer volume of yang energy presents a significant challenge. The individual may be prone to impulsive decisions, emotional outbursts, and a tendency towards recklessness. Understand that, be aware of it, be mindful of it, and help guide yourself or others that may be under this reckless type of situation, okay? You can control and sublimate the recklessness, turn it into proper or risk-taking that's mindful, and you can be very, very successful. Now, elemental dynamics and potential career paths. The dominant elements are fire and earth. This suggests a predisposition towards careers that follow for creative expression and leadership and allow practical application of ideas. Some possibilities for this include entrepreneurship and leadership. It's a great thing in this horse year. Starting and leading a business, driving innovation, and inspiring teams. If you're someone that's good at inspiring teams, this year is for you. It's great for that. Now, performing arts and that kind of thing, the acting, the music, the dance, utilizing their charisma and energetic presence to captivate audiences. Very easy for a Dragon Month horse year person. Sports and athletics, challenging their tendency to not be focused. If you really go ahead and focus and then channel that physical energy and competitive spirit into the athletic pursuits and focus, then you can really, again, reach goals and get ahead and blast through any kinds of like obstacles that you might have felt were in your way. Not there anymore. Not in a Dragon Month, in a horse year. Those barriers aren't there if you just have to go ahead and focus, and then all that combustive energy just goes right through. No problem. You can get right through it, okay? But you want to be mindful. You don't want to make a mess. You want to make a situation where you can help yourself and others. We want to make sure that we don't want the energy to become so reckless that it becomes destructive. We want to make it constructive. Okay, you want to make it as constructive and mindful as possible so that it's not only beneficial to you but for others, because if you make it beneficial to yourself and everyone else, then everyone else, the whole system, works with you instead of against you. That's why working for yourself and others together in a community is always beneficial. At least yourself and one other person. It's very helpful. That's even a teaching in Kabbalah, and it's a very similar teaching, of course, in Chinese astrology and in all of the teachings of the Far East. All right, and in some of those books of the teachings of the Masters of the Far East mentions those kind of things. Now, we want to get into, this could be very important, very important. Emergency services, firefighting and paramedics. This is an area where this kind of person or this kind of time frame is really where this kind of situation is very much valued. Okay, we have a natural inclination towards action and helping others in crisis situations. There again, helping oneself, managing the thing to make sure it stays so it's not reckless, to make sure it's mindful and constructive, and being able to help those that are in a crisis to make it something that can be brought into a constructive, helpful situations. And in this way, very much a hero. The heroes can really shine as long as their hero, their internal hero, that archetype, is really not just wanting to be a hero, but also wanting everyone to be helped and letting other people be heroes too, and having everybody be heroes together in their own life, and then managing the team by being very much a servant of the team. That's very important. Now, public relations and marketing is another good area, leveraging their communication skills and magnetic personality to build relationships and promote brands. Very good at promoting brands, navigating challenges and cultivating growth. For this, the key challenges for this individual or this time frame revolve around managing their intense energy and preventing them from becoming destructive again. That's the main goal. Crucial areas for development include the developing self-discipline. So very much a good time to get into any kind of, as we mentioned, athletics or any kind of ritualized performance, disciplined performance, whether it's doing some kind of spiritual ritual or meditation, or whether it's doing some kind of, game that you're good at, that you have to, some basketball, that kind of thing, football, all these kind of things that, track, all these kind of things that can make you focus. Even just martial arts. Martial arts is something that may be very good for this month because it keeps you more centered and within yourself. If you really want to learn how to keep things from getting messy and so you don't feel like you're attacking others so much, you can get into Aikido, where you learn to, when somebody's coming at you, instead of fighting them, you step aside and help them go where they're going. In Aikido, that's the moves. Instead of coming at, in Aikido, they step aside and help them go where they're going, and they go flying. It's something that it's a martial arts system I practiced once, so I found very helpful, and it's helpful in many areas. But martial arts can be very helpful during this month in a Fire Horse year, in Dragon month. All right, now, so the cultivating patience. Okay, cultivating patience and learning to control the impulses and channel the energy constructively. We want you to understand that success takes time and effort, and resisting the urge to rush things. Again, there's going to be a tendency to want to go very fast. Nevertheless, during this time, best to really make sure you're doing it in a disciplined way that is going to get you somewhere. Every day, make sure you've taken steps that are not so big that you don't do it, but not so small that you feel that you haven't done anything, but steps big enough to make you feel like you're moving ahead, but small enough so you don't get overwhelmed. Okay, so do that a little bit every day, and you get there one bite at a time. That's how you consume an elephant, one bite at a time, right? That's the old saying. Okay, one bite at a time. Now, practicing empathy and compassion. Very, very important. Developing a greater awareness of the needs and feelings of others. Very important during, when you're thinking of being a hero, you want to make sure that you're still being compassionate to other people and not putting other people in danger so you can be their hero. Don't fall into that. Make sure that everyone's a hero and that you teach others how to be heroes in their own lives. The old saying about, if you teach a man to fish, you help him for his lifetime, but if you only give him a fish, you're only helping him for that meal or that day. But if you teach him how to fish, you're helping him for his entire life. Empowering others, and that's one way you can really have compassion. And finding grounding activities, very important. Incorporating practices, as we mentioned, meditation, yoga, or spending time in nature to balance the fiery energy of anyone born during this month and this year, or this type of year, or just the general energy of this month this year. So in conclusion, a 2026 fire horse dragon individual is a force to be reckoned with. That's for sure. They are destined to be a dynamic, charismatic, and powerful presence in the world. While the abundance of yang energy presents unique challenges with mindful guidance and self-awareness, they can harness their immense potential to achieve extraordinary things. They represent a fiery ascent, a bold and brilliant spirit, poised to leave an incredible and indelible mark upon the world. Thank you so much for joining us. Join us again next time. We'll see you soon.